Welcome back to the Super Rare Coins channel, your place to discover the hidden value and rare facts about old coins. In today's video, we're revealing the top 4 valuable coins, and one of them might just be in your collection. So don't skip this video, let's find out their real worth. Top 1. The 1 new penny coin was first introduced in 1971. During the United Kingdom's Great Decimalisation Reform, when the old currency system of pounds, shillings, and pence was replaced by a new decimal-based system. 100 pennies made £1. To help the public adapt, the new coins carried the word "new" on them so people could distinguish the decimal pennies from the old pre-decimal ones. By 1974, the UK's decimal system was fully in place, but the new penny wording was still used. That's why the 1974 issue remains part of the first generation of British decimal coins. Each 1974 1 new penny was struck in bronze, made up of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, giving it that deep reddish color that collectors love. The coin weighs 3.56 grams and measures 20.3 millimeters in diameter. It was produced by the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales, and like most UK coins has no mint mark on the design. On the obverse, front, side, we see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Arnold Machin, one of the most respected British sculptors. This portrait shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a symbol of grace and continuity, and this design was used on British coins from 1968 to 1984. The reverse, back, side of the coin features the portcullis with chains, topped by a crown, a design by Christopher Ironside. The portcullis, a traditional gate often seen in British Parliament imagery, symbolizes the strength and stability of the British monarchy and government. Surrounding it are the words "New Penny" with the number 1 below it, marking its denomination. This design is elegant, simple, and deeply British, and it became one of the most recognizable coins in the world. The 1974 1 new penny coin, like most UK circulation coins, does not have a mint mark. All circulation coins from this period were minted at the Royal Mint, and mint marks were generally not used on British coins intended for everyday use. However, the term "no mint mark" is still important to collectors. It distinguishes these coins from proof sets or special issue coins that sometimes were struck with different details or higher quality finishes. Finding a 1974 1 new penny in extra fine or uncirculated condition with no mint mark means it's a circulation coin that has survived nearly 5 decades with very little wear, and that makes it quite collectible. In 1974, millions of 1 penny coins were struck for everyday circulation, so the coin itself is not rare by mintage numbers. But and here's the key, very few of them remain in extra fine or better condition today. Most were used in shops' pockets and purses for years, losing their shine and details. Collectors today are increasingly looking for high-grade examples of these early decimal coins, especially the ones with "new penny" on them, because that wording disappeared after 1981, when it was changed to 1 penny. So, the 1974 issue falls right in the heart of the "new penny" era, making it a sought-after coin for anyone building a full decimal collection. Market value in dollars. Now the big question: how much is the 1974 1 new penny worth today in the collector's market? Let's break it down. In circulated condition, the coin is common and usually sells for around 5 cents to 20 cents USD. In extra fine condition, if your coin has sharp details on the Queen's hair, clean lettering, and only light wear, it can fetch between $1 and $3 USD. In uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated condition, expect values from $4 to $8 US, especially if the coin still shows its original reddish shine. In professionally graded condition, MS65 or higher A certified coin from grading services like PCGS or NGC can reach $10 to $20 US, depending on buyer demand and coin eye appeal. While it's not a fortune, this coin's value continues to grow steadily as collectors seek high-quality coins from the early decimal period. The 1974 1 new penny captures a special moment in the story of British money. It represents the confidence of the young Queen Elizabeth II's reign, the modernization of the UK's monetary system, and the beginning of a new era in everyday British life. Coins like this are more than just currency, they are historical artifacts, small reminders of the social and economic changes of the 20th century. And because it was struck in solid bronze, unlike the copper-plated steel coins that came later, it holds extra charm and authenticity for collectors. If you have a 1974 1 new penny, here are a few important tips to preserve its value. Never clean the coin. Cleaning removes its natural patina and lowers its worth. Store it safely in a coin flip, airtight capsule, or protective case to prevent tarnishing. Check for errors. Though rare, mistruck or double-die versions can have higher collector value. Consider grading. If it's in near-perfect condition, it helps verify authenticity and boosts market confidence when selling. Even a humble bronze penny can tell a powerful story of history, and yours might just be one of the better preserved survivors from the early decimal era. Top 2. The 1997 1 penny. Let's step back in time. The decimal penny was introduced in 1971 when the United Kingdom officially switched from the old pound shillings pence system to the modern decimal currency 100 pennies in £1. Early issues, from 1971 to 1981, carried the words new penny, but by 1982, people were familiar with the new money, and the word new was removed, leaving just 1 penny. By the time 1997 arrived, the penny had already gone through another big change. From 1992 onward, the coin was no longer made from traditional bronze. Instead, it was struck in copper-plated steel, making it magnetic. So, the 1997 1 penny represents the 5th year of this new composition, a coin from the era when Britain's pennies became lighter, shinier, and slightly different in color from the older bronze ones. The design of the 1997 1 penny is both elegant and deeply rooted in British tradition. On the obverse front, we see the 4th official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait, introduced in 1998, is known for its realism and detail, but the 1997 penny actually features the 3rd portrait by Raphael Maklauf, used between 1985 and 1997. In this portrait, the Queen is shown wearing the George IV state diadem, a crown she traditionally wore to open Parliament. Around the portrait is the inscription, Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina FD 1997, which means Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse, back, designed by Christopher Ironside, is the crowned portcullis with chains, topped by a crown, a symbol associated with the Palace of Westminster and the British Parliament. The inscription, 1 penny, encircles the top, with the number 1 below. This design, simple yet royal, was used from 1971 all the way until 2008, when the Royal Mint introduced the shield reverse design. So, the 1997 penny is one of the last coins to carry this iconic Ironside design, making it historically significant for collectors. You might have noticed the 1997 1 penny has no mint mark. That's perfectly normal for British coins, because almost all standard circulation coins were produced by the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales. Only certain collector editions or special sets have mint marks, so, when you hear no mint mark, it means this is a regular circulation coin, but still a collectible if preserved in top condition. Over 600 million 1997 pennies were struck. So in general circulation they're common, but finding one in extra fine or uncirculated condition is much harder today. Let's go over the physical details. Country, United Kingdom. Year, 1997. Denomination, 1 penny metal. Copper-plated steel. Weight, 3.56 grams. Diameter, 20.3 millimeters. Edge, plain mint mark, none. Royal Mint, Wales. This was one of the final years before the obverse portrait of Queen Elizabeth changed in 1998, meaning your 1997 penny marks the end of an era. Market value in dollars, 2025 update. Now, let's look at what collectors are paying for this coin today in 2025. Circulated condition. Common examples that have seen regular use are worth around 5 cents to 10 cents USD, roughly face value to most collectors. Extra fine condition. Coins with crisp details, minimal wear, and bright copper shine can fetch $1 to $2 on collector markets. Uncirculated condition. If your coin shows full luster and no signs of wear, it can bring $3 to $5, especially if kept in a protective capsule. Graded or certified, MS65+. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC in top condition may reach $10 to $15, with the value slowly rising as pristine examples become harder to find. While not extremely rare, the 1997 1 penny has become increasingly collectible, especially as part of sets marking the end of the 20th century. Why is the 1997 penny interesting to collectors? There are a few key reasons. End of the Maklauf portrait era. 1997 was the last year to feature this version of Queen Elizabeth II's portrait. Pre-millennium nostalgia, it's one of the final, old-style, British coins before the 2000s redesigns. Copper-plated steel transition. It belongs to the first generation of non-bronze British coins, representing a major shift in minting technology. Condition. Rarity coins from circulation are common, but extra fine or uncirculated examples are now much less so, and those are the ones collectors are after. These historical and aesthetic details make the 1997 penny a perfect entry-level collector's coin, affordable, but historically meaningful. If you have a 1997 1 penny in extra fine condition, here's how to keep it valuable. Do not clean it. Cleaning ruins the natural shine and lowers collector value. Handle carefully. Hold it only by the edges to avoid fingerprints. Store safely. Use a coin capsule, flip, or airtight case to protect it from moisture and scratches. Avoid magnets. Since this coin is steel-based, it's magnetic, so keep it away from strong magnetic fields that could affect storage. With proper care, your coin will retain its color, luster, and collector value for decades. The 1997 one penny might not be ancient or extremely rare, but it's a snapshot of Britain's coinage evolution in the late 20th century. It connects three major stories: the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, the shift from bronze to steel coinage, and the final use of the beloved Ironside reverse design before modern redesigns took over. So, when you hold this coin in your hand, you're holding the closing chapter of an era, a little piece of royal and minting history. Top 3. The 1981 one new penny. We need to go back a few decades. After the United Kingdom switched to decimal currency in 1971, the old penny was replaced by the new penny, which was worth 1/100th of a pound sterling. The early new penny coins were minted in bronze, composed of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, giving them that distinctive reddish-brown color we still admire today. The obverse of the coin features the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. It's one of the most recognized royal portraits in British coinage history. On the reverse side, you'll see the crown portcullis design, a historic symbol of the British Parliament, created by Christopher Ironside. The inscription reads, "New Penny," on the earlier issues, and this continued up until 1981, before the wording was changed to "one penny." Starting in 1982, that's what makes the 1981 issue the very last year to feature the "new penny" wording, giving it an important place in British coin history. Minting and no mint mark mystery. The 1981 one new penny was minted at the Royal Mint, located in Llantrisant, Wales. These coins do not carry a mint mark, as is standard for regular circulation coins of the UK. However, collectors often highlight no mint mark varieties because they confirm that the coin was struck for general circulation rather than for proof sets or foreign issues. In extra fine condition, a no mint mark coin becomes more desirable to collectors, especially when the details of the Queen's portrait and the portcullis design remain sharp and the luster is still intact. The 1981 one new penny is not considered extremely rare in circulated condition. Millions were produced for everyday use. But here's the twist: extra fine and uncirculated examples have become much harder to find, because most coins from this era were heavily used and lost their detail over time. Collectors who specialize in transition coins, meaning coins from the last year of a design type, are particularly drawn to this final new penny issue. If you have one in extra fine or better condition, with minimal wear and original shine, it could fetch a premium value in the collector's market today. Market value in dollars today. The real question: how much is your 1981 one new penny worth today? In average circulated condition, it's typically worth around 10 cents to 25 cents USD, mostly for collectors' filling date sets. But in extra fine condition, values can rise significantly, ranging from $1 to $3, depending on the coin's luster and eye appeal. For coins in uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated condition, the price can reach up to $5 to $10 USD. And if your coin is graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, and receives a top-grade rating, its collector value could exceed $20 or more, especially among international collectors who value pre-1982-inch new penny coins. The new penny series holds nostalgic value. It represents Britain's transition from the old pounds, shillings, and pence to the modern decimal system. The 1981 issue marked the end of an era, making it historically significant for anyone who appreciates the evolution of British coinage. And after 1982, when the inscription changed to "one penny," the older new penny coins began to slowly vanish from circulation, making high-grade examples even harder to come by today. So if you own a 1981 one new penny with no mint mark, especially in extra fine condition, make sure to keep it safe. It's not just a simple coin, but a small piece of British monetary history. Store it in a protective holder or coin flip to prevent scratches. Avoid cleaning it, as that can reduce its value. And if it has exceptional shine and no visible wear, consider getting it professionally graded. It might surprise you with its market worth. Top 4. The 1991 penny. We need to look back at the history of British decimal coins. The one penny in this form was first introduced in 1971, when the United Kingdom officially moved from the old currency system of pounds, shillings, and pence to a decimal system: 100 pennies in 1 pound. Between 1971 and 1981, these coins carry the inscription "new penny," helping people adjust to the new money. But starting from 1982, the word "new" was dropped and the coin was simply labeled "one penny," as people were now used to the decimal currency. The 1990 issue continues that design style, but with an important detail. It was among the final years. The 1 penny was struck in solid bronze made from 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. After 1992, the Royal Mint switched to copper-plated steel, which is magnetic. That makes the 1990 coin one of the last true bronze pennies, and that's one reason collectors pay close attention to it today. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of this beautiful coin. On the obverse front, we see the third official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Makloff. This portrait shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, which she traditionally wears for the state opening of Parliament. Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina FD 1990, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse back, designed by Christopher Ironside, you'll find a crown portcullis with chains. Topped with a crown, a symbol long associated with the Palace of Westminster and the British Parliament. It's surrounded by the words, 1 penny, with the numeral 1 below the design. This reverse design has remained a timeless symbol of British coinage for decades. Now let's talk about that detail. Many collectors notice the no mint mark. Unlike some world coins that include mint marks to show where they were made, British circulation coins usually have none. That's because all standard coins were struck at the Royal Mint, located in Llantrisant, Wales. So there was no need for a mark. However, in collector terms, no mint mark still helps identify that the coin is a regular circulation issue, not a proof or commemorative piece. And finding one from 1990 in extra fine or uncirculated condition is not as easy as it sounds, because these coins were heavily used for decades. Most show significant wear, so if you've got a bright, clean, sharply detailed 1991 penny with no mint mark, it's definitely one worth keeping. The 1991 penny considered rare. By mintage numbers, no millions were produced for circulation. But here's what collectors really look for: coins that have survived in excellent condition, coins that mark the end of a material era, like the final Bronze Years coins with sharp details, clean fields, and natural luster. The 1991 penny checks all those boxes when found in extra fine or uncirculated condition. Because from 1992 onward, the Royal Mint switched to cheaper, magnetic metal, coins like the 1990 bronze penny have become part of what collectors call the last of the true bronze group. That gives it a special place in British numismatic history and steady demand in the coin market. Market value in dollars today. Now the question everyone wants to know: what's the current market value of a 1991 penny coin? Let's break it down by condition. Circulated condition. Most circulated examples are common and usually worth around 5 cents to 10 cents USD. Extra fine condition. In this condition, with crisp details, minimal wear, and a strong copper shine, the value rises to $1 to $2 USD. Uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated. Coins showing no signs of wear and full original luster can fetch $3 to $8 US, depending on appearance. Certified condition, graded by PCGS or NGC. If professionally graded as MS65 or higher, the value may reach $10 to $20 US, particularly among collectors specializing in late Bronze Era British coins. While not an ultra-rare treasure, the 1991 penny has solid historical and collector value, and coins in top condition continue to appreciate as high-grade examples disappear from circulation. The 1991 penny captures the essence of late 20th century British coinage: stable, traditional, and deeply connected to the reign of Queen Elizabeth. It stands at the crossroads of two important moments: the end of the solid bronze era, and the continuation of the decimal penny legacy that began in 1971. Every coin from this time reflects the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint and the legacy of Queen Elizabeth's long and influential reign. So, owning a 1991 penny isn't just about its face value, it's about holding a small, authentic piece of modern British history. If you have a 1991 penny in extra fine or uncirculated condition, here's how to preserve it and maintain its value. Never clean the coin. Cleaning can damage the original surface and lower its worth. Store it properly. Use airtight coin capsules or soft plastic holders to prevent oxidation. Handle with care. Always touch the coin by its edges to avoid fingerprints. Consider grading. If your coin looks flawless, getting it certified by NGC or PCGS can increase its collector appeal and resale value. Remember, the coins you take care of today could become valuable collectibles tomorrow. Thanks for watching Super Rare Coins. If you enjoyed learning about the 1991 penny with no mint mark, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more videos about rare and valuable coins from around the world. Tell us in the comments, do you have a 1990 penny in your collection?